Okay, just for a little break for myself, really, more than anything else, I thought today I would just do another quick tour of in here, because I have changed a few things since the last time I did a video. I've got a few extra things as well. There's another kit in the other room, so I just thought I would do that, and then hopefully later on this week I will do another snare drum video anyway. But so here you go, don't need to look at me, over to drums. So first of all, I'm going to move the camera. So first of all, I mean, I've got rid of all the stuff on the top shelf there, but there's sort of just, I suppose, gash heads and the fancy drum kit up there, which my trumpet player gave me a couple of weeks ago out in the car park of the gig we were about to do. And I was messing around with it on the floor when this little kid came up and said, "Oh, I'm going to play this kit for the gig tonight." And bless him, he ran off and came back with an iPad and took a photo of it. So yeah, nice kid. But anyway, so yeah, top shelf is really sort of spares and junks and stuff. Oh, that's some Tom mounts and stuff. There's a couple of Starcast mounts and a ISS mount. So we've got pedals and sticks, cleaning materials there, and yeah, more junk really. And then I've got my gigging stuff and some cymbals. That bit really hasn't changed. Still loads and loads of sticks. I have a lifetime supply of drumsticks there. I'm ever so grateful to Mike Dolber for giving me those. But yeah, so snare drums and yeah, more cymbals down there really. Yeah, snare drums. So I changed really, it was more the order of anything really, but yeah, so I suppose that part of the room hasn't really changed a lot. That little rack there I put together a while back as what turned out to be an 8 snare drum rack, if they're about sort of 14 foot, well, it is depth rather, so anything around 5.5, 5, I'll get 4 on there quite comfortably. It was a little floor rack I had for a little while, and then as you'll see, I put something else together in the other room. But anyway, so now I have I did a wonderful bodge job on this rack, which now is on wheels, so I can move it around and just yeah, so I can move it around basically, because I didn't have space for anything more permanent. So the stack of drums that I previously had in the corner just to my right, I got rid of, and I rebuilt this snare drum rack. In fact, I will wheel this out of the way. So I wanted to just extend this rack for a while, so now it's 7 wide. So yeah, there's the, I suppose the group shot. There you go. Yeah, so there's the group shot. So I kind of messed up the dimensions of this. I had wanted it to be 5 deep, and as it turned out, it was only 4. So yeah, so there's all the Craviottos on there, and the stuff that was stacked up to my right previously is now on the bottom. So the TV that was there is now gone. That is now there with the ever amazing Todd Zuckerman from the Modern Drummer show there. So that's now there with more snare drums, or in fact actually there's the Paisley type thing has got my timbale in it. I have and I'm using an Alex Acuna Yamaha White Sparkle, as it turns out, 14-inch timbale, and then you've got the Donette 2N stainless steel, the Donette Cherry there in the top, and then you've got my very first snare drum, which I have still use as a timbale there, the two 1920s drums, the two 1920s leadies, and then the Noble and Cooley just hiding in the shadows there. So yeah, a bit better use of the space I think in here. So those on the Facebook page, yes, those on the Facebook page and on Twitter will have seen this. If you don't follow me on Facebook or Twitter, then you probably won't. But I got this just the other day. I paid the princely sum of 53 quid plus 12 quid shipping. Now this is a Peisty 2002 Power Ride, and that's what it looks like on the bottom. So it looks perfectly normal well, it just looks perfectly normal. It did have a bit of tape on there, and the residue's sort of still there if I sort of flash it. But the thing with the top was that the fella basically said it had been in his attic or something for 20 odd years. I worked out this is a 1989 ride, because I finally found the serial number after much looking. It did originally have a dirty belt as well. I decided that I wanted a bit more of an uninhibited bell sound, so I cleaned the bell off. That's all I'm going to do. A couple of people said to not clean it, and a big part of me would love to clean it, but I have actually decided to not clean it. I'm not sure how much of the overall sort of patina and just general, well, shit on it. It's stained. There's marks there. There's something dripped down there. But you know what? It sounds all right. And I'm gonna probably blow the mic now. But yeah, that's what that sounds like. So it's I haven't actually used it properly yet, but quite liking it. And with the sort of patina and the shiny bell, the patina alone would have made it look interesting, but I thought maybe the shiny bell as well would make it a little bit more interesting, and hopefully have a slightly more clear sound just for the bell. So, and anyway, so that's that, and then there's no real change to this lot. Just, you know, snare drums and heads and things. It's all in the same order as before. I think the only thing that's different really is at the bottom with the cymbals, and even them, most of those were there before. But you know, so that's kind of this room. The next room is kind of where most of the changes occurred, so I'm just going to move the light out of the way and we can go in there. Right, so into the back room we go. Yeah, so a few changes here. I'm going to move that light. A few big changes in here, really. A lot of it was just moving around, and something that's got a lot darker. Right, so yeah, so mainly sort of moving around of the cases around here. It's just really changes of snare drums and stuff, and then like the kits that are on the bottom there. I've got rid of some of the stuff that was up here, so I'm going to lock this off quickly. This is a very no frills video, but right. So the XPK on the left, obviously that's the Pearl Crystal Beat on the right, well, the middle. The Cravioto, the two Cravioto toms there, and then one of the new things, and in this light will just look so unflattering to how the kit actually looks. That is my new Star Classic Bubinger. That's the 10-inch tom. I got that probably 5 or 6 weeks ago now. I did post a photo on the Facebook page, which will have gone out onto Twitter as well, but yeah, I haven't done a video on it. I will do a video on it fairly soon. So there you go, the Oyster Pink, looking a little bit greyed out at the moment. The Sakai Trilogy on the floor. I put these together. I mean, I'm no chippy by any means, but I put these little cymbal holder things together just because I like to have some cymbals in here. I suppose the more popular ones that I tend to put on the kit, so I've put those on there, keeps them nice and sort of out the way and together. The Providence 13x9, which I used on Saturday and sounded absolutely fantastic. Nothing new really over there. I did figure out yesterday evening that there are I own 15 drum kits now. Technically there is more than that in here. One of those is that there, which is not mine, and there's also another kit in here which is not mine, which is currently living here. But yes, I own 15 drum kits. I had to sit down and count several times, but yes, 15. So over in the corner, no real change there except for the big space where the Providence came out. Actually, let's do the rack first. So I put this rack together a couple of weeks ago, and previously I had the rack which is currently holding the TV was in here, and it was there. It was sat there, and I looked at it and I thought, well, that looks cool. It's working well. I've got a lot of you know, I can put drums on it, and I like that, but I seem to be wasting all of this space here. And I had a little bit, I'm not really going to put anything more than a sort of a 4 or 5 piece up in here. So I thought I would better utilise the space if I have something sort of in the air around there, and then if I have any space left underneath, I can put it in, and that's kind of what I did. So what I did do though was I completely screwed up this bit, because originally I was going to have things as they were in the rack. I was going to have them stacked on top of each other going up, and I realised once I put everything together that I kind of got the dimensions a little bit wrong. So I put everything this way, you know, across, and this bottom bit sort of became a snare drum extension rack. And at the moment this is just stuff that I've got to put back, or these two I've got to put back into cases. But anyway, I'll go over these in a little bit more detail, because this is probably a little bit more interesting than me falling over cymbals, which I just did. So you've got the RCI over in the top left, my Janista, which I reheaded a couple of months ago and have still not played, which is rather annoying, but it's 10, 12, 14, and I've got a 22 by 18 inch bass drum. I've had that from new since it came out, or just after it came out in 1995, and it is in the, I want to say Terra Verde, if that's the greeny colour, or sort of turquoise colour. And I've got a green snare in the other room, but deliberately they didn't match. I did get both of them brand new, I just wanted something different in colour. Behind that, yonder, I'm not really into frivolously spending money on pointless crap, but you tend not to see this sort of thing come up very often. It's a Peisty dealer banner. Obviously it's somewhat blocked a little bit by the drums, but I literally had nowhere else I could put it. It's a dealer banner, just says Peisty. I took down the Live Long and Prosper banner, which is now in my office upstairs, but I thought it was a nice little addition, and well, it brightens up the room, makes it feel a little bit more drummy, I think, anyway. So over there, second row, I've tried to group all these in kits just to make it a little bit easier for as and when I want to grab them. So in the corner there, just zoom in, there you go. In the corner you've got the Heyman gold ingot, my sort of semi-retired Yamaha Birch Custom Absolute, which was my gigging kit for main gigging kit for 15 years. I've also reheaded that with Evans clear heads. I think that's got clear G1s on, and the Janista's got clear something else on them. Might be G2s actually. I can't really see from here. But yeah, I think G2s. But that's got coated G1s on. I've still not had a chance to play that either. Rather annoying. But I just love that's the Sacco trilogy. But I've been playing the Pearl wood fiberglass kit, and I just had a bit of a 6-week layoff from gigging, and now we've got a sort of 6 or 7 or 8 week run of gigs. So I've played the wood fiberglass for the last couple of weeks. I may well take the Yamaha out just to see how that goes. Down the bottom there you've got the Premier Royale kit, I think it was, the white one from I got given that from about 1981 or so. I think the edges need recutting on that more than anything else. They're just not very straight. And and then the two floor toms, two 16s, which may not have really ever featured before, of the gold ingot kit. Just going on to the other side very quickly before we look at the main kit, the oyster pearl tom. I brought both of these snares drums in from the house. I'm going to change them over at some point, but at the moment, yes. So that is that's a video waiting to be done. That one, that white marine pearl, quite interesting drum, and that's all I'm going to say about it for now. But yeah, you got another few new additions down here. The two cast bronze, 12-inch DW cast bronze, RCI 12x6, the net 13x5, copper, that's the patina, and then the couple of newer additions down here. So you've got now a 14x5 DW cast bronze, weighs a ton. I've got it all tuned up. In fact, I had to buy new hoops for it. Well, I said I did buy new hoops for it. Just some normal triple flange, because I think the top one I think was okay when I got it. The bottom one looked a bit mangled. The copper, the 10+6, and living my dream. Here you go. I know I've done a video on this already. Yes, I have done a video on this already. But the Yamaha Club Custom in very funky orange swirl. Moving on to the kit, and I'm just going to spin around so I can get it all in. So currently, well, this is the kit, obviously. Currently it has the Tama 15x8 reserve 2 drum on it. This kit is 22x18. I would have generally preferred, it came as a shell pack, I would have preferred a 16 or a 14, but you know, there you go. And a 12 by 9 tom, 16x16, Bubinger. Yes, living the dream. Anyway, there will be a video coming on that. The cymbals I have currently to review, that's a 22 Artisan, Sabian Artisan on the left, and just on the right there you've got the 20, oh, this is an Artisan Elite, that's what they are, they're the Artisan Elites. And you've got the 20 in the foreground there, 16-inch hi-hats at the moment, and there's a pair of 14s on the floor. And these cymbals are going from me straight to Mark Juliana at the end of May, which is currently the 8th of May. So at the end of this month, Mark Juliana is going to be using those very cymbals on his UK tour. So how underwhelmed will he be when he finds out that I've had them first? All I'm going to say about this, I will describe this cymbal to you as and I know it's contradictory, a flat ride with a bell, because that's exactly how it plays to me. You hit it, you get an initial attack, a big, fat, thick, heavy attack, and then it dies off straight away. So interesting sound, interesting design, and yeah, I've got to get around to doing a proper review of it at some point, but there you go. Anyway, hope that was sort of interesting enough, and yes, I will try and get a snare drum video out later this week. Thanks for watching.